Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video so that we can show you how we're going to be judging our senior projects this year. So first off, just like to introduce myself. My name is Chad Lawrence, and me and Ashley Aminian will be taking over for Mr. Kovac, Frank Kovac, as the senior project coordinators. With that said, with this year being a very special year due to the coronavirus, we will be doing everything digitally. So I wanted to share the process with you so you could be informed on what it would take to be a judge. So let's go through this right here. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our email. We're going to open an email, and then you'll see an email from either Ashley or I. And when we open it, so it's senior projects to judge, there'll be a message to you explaining what we'll be doing, and then it'll have everything listed. So in the message, we'll open the rubric form, fill out, and submit for each student. So you'll have to open this form 5 different times if you have 5 students. So the first thing I'm going to do is open my form, like so, and then it'll have our senior project, where we begin. What I like to do at this point is kind of separate it into 2 windows, so that way I can have my form that I'm filling out next to the project. So I'm going to set that up so I have my 2 windows ready to go. Okay. So now I have my email window and my rubric window that I'm ready to fill out. So the first person I'm going to work on is Ashley Trejo Osario. So first I'll fill out the beginning part of the form where I am just typing in her name, and then I'll type my name as the judge. So first name first, and then we'll do the last name second. Please do your best to spell these correctly. And then add the judge, like so. And then we'll click next to move on to the next portion. Now I can open Ashley's project, and there it is, sitting right there, easy for me to see. So there's 2 ways that this will be viewed. If you're in a larger screen, it could be over here on the right-hand side, and you click the down arrows to get to each piece. So I'll just click a down arrow, choose a piece that I'm going to view, and then I click on project again to close it. Down arrow, view, click presentation to close it. If we were in that smaller window, it was the 3 bars over here that would let me see all the different aspects of the project, like so. Okay. So over here in my rubric, what we'll be doing is first we're going to look at the portfolio. The typing's a little small over here, so I'm going to do some zooming to help myself be able to see. Maybe make it a little bigger, and that way I can see a little better. So you'll just go through each piece, and it'll list the criteria we're looking for and the rubric kind of grading system. We've also included 2.5s if you think they lie between a 3 and a 2, so you can always click that as your option. And you'll just click each one as we go. So I'll open the portfolio, and then I can just go through each piece of the portfolio and see if she has it. So I just click on each one and then work my way through, making sure she has all the pieces, and then deciding does she have some extra documents, and if so, we can give her a score of 3. So then we'll just keep cruising, then we'll go through each piece of the portfolio. So this is the overall impact, and then below has the criteria that you can use to help you grade it. So I'm just cruising through this at point, and then style. This will be kind of like the style of their writing as we read through their paper and their so we read through their research paper and all the different aspects of their projects. So when we look at their letters, do they have proper business letters and such? And then when we read, do they use proper grammar and mechanics? And if you want, you can leave any comments here at the very bottom of this section, and these comments would be strictly about the portfolio itself. Next, we'll move into the presentation piece. Now, this was a project from last year, so the presentation isn't exactly what you'll see this time, but there will be a presentation tab, and then you'll open the presentation, and there will either be an actual video from the student or some kind of voiceover. So when I open this student presented this live in person, so they just had their slideshow that they then showed to the judges while they spoke. But when you do it digitally, you'll either have some kind of voiceover on a slideshow, or there'll be a video of the student doing the presentation. So at this point, again, we have our criteria for each piece. Zoom in as necessary to read it, and then we just provide scores for each different piece. And then we can leave a comment as well. And then when you're done, well, this is the last section, so we'll click submit, and then we are ready to move on to the next project. So I'll click submit, and then this one has been submitted. So now I'll have to do this process again for my next student. So I'll open another rubric, and then this will be nice and completely blank, and we can start over from the beginning. Then we'll click on a new student, and then go on, so on and so forth. So that is how we're going to be delivering and judging our projects this year. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and hopefully it gave you some clarity on how this will be accomplished this year. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.